Is it a red flag if a studio's organization takes a long time to respond to your emails, even if they had said they'll drop the contract and get it to you by a specific day and don't? This is a classic. This is
Yeah.
such a
Okay.
classic.
So
Shed some light on this.
yeah,
Mr.
yeah, yeah. So, again, none of us can imagine the 25 million things going on at any one studio, right?
Yeah.
Because they're different. They're all different, and the people are different, and the workload is different, right? So, there's I think, a diplomatic way of handling that, which is, hey, haven't heard from you guys in a while. Just making sure everything's okay. Do you think we'd see that in the next 48 hours? You know what I mean? Just to ping them, basically. Right?
Yeah, and to put a time frame around it too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was hoping to hear back from you last week, but didn't. I know you're probably busy. Do you think we could have a quick chat, even a 5-minute touch base before Friday? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what could have happened is a number of things. I'll give you a perfect example. You probably heard of Blue Sky Studio in Connecticut, going belly up recently. Disney acquired them from Fox many years ago. The guys that did all the Ice Age movies and a bunch of other stuff. But a perfect example, a couple buddies of mine last summer were like, well, I'm going back to Blue Sky in the fall. And I'm like, are you? Yeah, no, they've got a contract started in the. Have you seen the contract? Because I heard some ripples that things were going over budget and things weren't going well. And then a couple friends of mine that worked there were like, I don't want to jinx this, but, brace for something. And I was thinking brace for a slowdown, some layoffs and so on, right?
Yeah. You weren't expecting this.
Clearly got much worse. So, in that example, those two individuals were not getting their contract because someone in HR or management said, no.
Yeah, that's right.
Until we know what's happening, because Disney hadn't made up their mind. There's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. So again, if somebody's late, it could be someone sick. It could be the VP of HR has to sign it and he or she is away right now. There's a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
It could be the project that was supposed to get greenlit is now looking like a yellow light, not a green light, but they don't want to tell you that, right?
Yeah.
So
it's really, too bad they don't have like a prepared, because the problem is that the recruiting kind of gets paused. And don't tell them anything because there might be like an embargo even on the information and no one wants to say anything at all. And so, but then it leaves these people in the lurch who are kind of wondering what's up. Right. Like,
so my training years ago from working with a senior recruiter who'd been in the business 30 years, he always said, keep the process moving, keep it hot and tell your client, hey, they're going to read into this that you might not be interested. Do you want them to read into them like that? Like, don't do this. It's our job to then talk with the client and make sure, look, if you don't have any information, what can I give them right now? There's been you want to give them some piece of information. In the vacuum, people create their own stories always. Right?
All the time.
That's the challenge, right? So
and it's especially for new people that are just out of school. They have no life experience or work experience to even know how to interpret that silence and that sort of the abyss of information.
Right. Well, and my other joke about bad westerns is The Quick and the Dead. I don't remember that movie, but the title reminds me that you're either quick or dead. And so in recruiting, I use that all the time. Look, if that person gets 2 or 3 other offers in the next week during the silence, and they don't ping us back to say, hey, I got another offer, they just take it.
That's it.
They're gone.
That's it.
Yeah. So I pressure the client to say we need to stay in constant conversation with them, even if something's slowed down at your end. At least let them know that. Give them a heads up. Some sort of signal. Hey, there's been a delay because so and so is on vacation, and I need that person's signature before I can go forward. Does that help?
Okay. Yeah. No, it's good. I think so. So in closing, then I would imagine the biggest advice is, like you said, it's like try to frame if you're worried about it, send an email, but try to be polite, but also try to give some sort of like, it's not an ultimatum, but try to suggest a time frame and make it a yes or no answer so that they can be like, I think I can get you an answer one way or another by the end of the week. And if they say that means there's a good chance that you're probably still in the running, and it's not because they don't want you, but there's something else probably a bit more complicated going on. Possibly.
Yeah, Brent, the one word you use, ultimatum, absolutely is the point. Don't stand on the end of your heels and start threatening. Yeah. If I don't hear from you by Friday, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can tell us some stories of the kind of emails you've gotten over the years.
Oh, absolutely, right. And I always say, never try to hold someone for ransom because if they call your bluff. So
exactly.
Careful where you wave that sword. You know what I mean?
Good advice.